Been printing now for like 4 hours straight. It's been a long one. You guys can see. We in the back. We getting it in. Finishing up with these prints. About to run some more. Go ahead, sit this down about yonder right there. So yeah, what we doing, guys, we running some prints. We've been printing for 4 hours straight. It's been a long one, but it's been getting done. Trust and believe that. It's been getting done. 4 hours, still going. Let you guys see what's going on with the setup right here. These images are coming together pretty nice. We have the full going through, coming out. I don't have my roll feet set up, so I'm just putting them from the bottom right here, and I'm rolling them up manually by myself because I don't want to roll feed. But yeah, so this is the full setup right here. You guys seen it live. Powder shaker pretty big, but hey, it gets it in, gets the job done. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit the camera right here. And matter of fact, let me go ahead and make sure get everything out the way. But yeah, so I'm finally letting people see the location that we have. It's not really a big establishment, but it's nice, a nice little setup. You know, we're still working on the setup, but it's a nice open area. You know, for the printer, because the printer is a big size according with the powder shaker. So it's a nice size. So yeah, so other than that, it's looking pretty good. Coming along. These right here for a construction company that we're doing right here. We got 24 shirts that we're running right here. We did like 60 images. Well, actually 120 images because it was front and back. So, you know, that's for another construction company. We have a couple of vests that we are doing for another company. So yeah, it's coming pretty good. Looks nice. Setup is a nice setup. Nice setup. We've been printing for 4 hours straight, guys. 4 hours. So after this right here, it's gonna be a lot of pressing I gotta do. I gotta press probably, I don't know how many, sir, over 100 and something images. Because we got front and back for one set. That's 60. That's 120. And then so far, you gotta get it. But yeah, so, but these images are based. Show you guys the white that's laying down. We could have printed gradient with the white, but they wanted to be popping out. So it's going on the vest. So it don't have to be that soft to touch because it's going on the vest. But some customers, they want that softness because sometimes it feels like cardboard when you actually printing. I mean, the image and pressing it on the shirt, it feels just rough to touch. It sounds like cardboard. For those customers, we print gradient, so it'll give you a better feel, and the quality's still there. But that is what some people have clothing lines. They're real particular about, you know, how they want to actual feel, but they want the quality and the colors to still pop out. So that's basically what that's for those type of people. But other than that, you know, give what you got. These are just the beginning of the images, just like I'll say, the beginning of the images. I got paint on my shirt. I've been getting it in, you know, paint all on I've been getting it in, really. But we got a nice little set. We got shirts in the back. Once we get everything fully together, I'm gonna show you guys the location once it's fully set up, right? But so far, I want to get the printer up and going. So I won't slow down my production. But this setup right here is mainly set up for like almost 24-hour print. So if people need to get rush orders in and out, a lot of customers are in the LA area, they get to the airport, they say, hey, I need to make a rush order. People like that, it's perfect for them. Or if you got a clothing line, you say, hey, somebody messed up on your order, or they take it too long with the order and you need to get it right now, this little setup is mainly for that. So we have another setup too with the same type of setup, but it's just mainly for transfer. This is for transfers too. We'll run transfers here if we need to, you know, but other than that, this right here is just basically for, you know, rush orders and rush delivery, rush services, I must say. This rush services period, that's what it's for. So just to get everybody, you know, really up on, we do a lot of images for teams. We have a lot of people got clothing lines. They say, hey, we don't want you to show our images, but you can print them out for us. And you know, those type of customers, things and whatnot, they like to outsource the work. No problem. We'll take care of you guys with no problem. So yeah, but other than that, we have, you know, these images right here. They came out pretty dope. Show you guys what this looks like. Sorry, it's loud in here, but hey, it is what it is. Images came out pretty dope. Somebody asked me, do I still have Epson printers? Yes, I do. I still sell Epson printers. I have two right now. One of them is already, you know, marked as sold. If you go to Facebook Marketplace, that's where I have a couple of listings that's on there for the printers. But I kind of like to stay away from printers because too many people, they don't really do a lot of, you know, research about maintenance and history. And I try to teach them as best as I can, but you have to know about this DTF, about large format printers, because if you don't, you're going to be getting in the world of trouble. You know, so far trying to get everything up and going, because it's a dirty game, and you know, it's just a lot to worry about. But other than that, yeah, if you're local and you need a printer, I can help you guys out. But other than that, I don't get into it no more. It's too much. You know, I don't sell ink, powder, or film anymore either. It's just too much to deal with. You know, you give people good information, good knowledge, and they go to the next person and make a purchase. And I stay on the phone with talking to people for hours, get them to understand what's really going on with the DTF, and they just go to somebody else. And that got done to me more than once, more than 5 times I can count on hand. So once it gets too much like that, it's not lucrative for me, and I'm giving out too much and getting little back in return, I'll start doing something else. So I just mainly focus on the printing, transfers, and if you want to get a custom logo or custom design made, we can help you out. Or so far, you say if you need consulting, trying to start your own t-shirt business or your own brand, then we can help you with that. But so far, I don't get into that, you know. And if you go watch some, I know it's loud right now, but you know, it's kind of loud inside. But if you guys go watch my videos that I have, you see me going downtown LA, and I was talking about companies wasn't either doing DTF at that time, and I was coming trying to sell these guys printers so they can be the leading on the block of DTF. And one guy was like, he wasn't interested, and then a couple months later, he seen people posting DTF on their actual windows. I went to door to door, door to door, door to door, door to door, door to door. Everybody told me no, 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 no. But all of a sudden, they started doing DTF, right? Then the guy come to me and say, hey, how can I compete with these guys? I said, you can't compete with them because you should have bought the printer and they've been competing with you. But other than that, you sit up here and let somebody else come to the block and set up shop. Now now you're buying transfers from them. Ain't that crazy? But like I say, and there's no hate, and people can look at it a certain different way, but I can't sugarcoat anything. You know what I mean? If I wasn't black, they'd have bought those printers from me, straight up. If I was another race of person, they'd have bought the printers from me. They would have listened to the knowledge. They would have listened to the knowledge that I had. But they wasn't listening. Now they're trying to compete with other people that's already set up, making hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands per week. And you say, how can I compete with them? And you're buying transfers actually from them. He's an idiot. You can't. Go keep buying from them. Should have listened when it was starting to listen. But you know, like they always say, it all depends on who's saying it. If I was somebody they look up to and I said it, it's just like, you know, people don't get it. But I like to say certain things because I don't want people to think I'm bitter or I'm trying to be, you know, racist or anything like that, but I'm not. I'm just being for real about it. But at the end of the day, it's what it is. Sad to say, but I can't really sugarcoat it. And I just laugh and kick back and like, see, I told you. I was trying to tell you. You didn't want to listen. So you get what you got. You know, so like I say, in the street race, you run what you run. So they ring, you know, that's what it is. A lot of people didn't think I was gonna make it this far with DTF, but they was super wrong. I get paid off for technical support. I have people, I do support local. I do support Canada, Texas, all over the globe. I chime into people's computers and I go ahead and help them get their software right, doing adjustments, you know. So a lot of people don't understand what I do outside of YouTube, so that's why I don't really look at YouTube as a source of income. I just put my knowledge out there, and people that's in the boat that, for these big major companies won't, you know, give you a bro deal. And the bro deals is the bend right over deals. You don't want the bend right over deals? Hey, you know, a lot of people told me you should be further than where you at. I said, no, me too. I know, me too. I feel the same way, but it's not how it goes. So, but anyway, so what we're doing is we're printing with Hassan. You probably can't see it. The printer got it's kind of filthy, kind of dirty, but we're printing with the Hassan soft. So this software, I actually like Catlin better, DigiRip. I like that better. This software is pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but it's, you know, you got to learn how to work with it. It's pretty, you know, it's basic. It's not like super hard, but it's kind of like, I don't want to say outdated, but it has its pros and cons. You know, so I'm going to say that it has its pros and cons. Because see, I was just looking at some of the way you can design inside the software. You can do all the important stuff inside the software, but at the same time, it seems like you gotta take too many steps to do certain things that you can do one click of a button. You know, but hey, it is what it is. So we finished with these images. Yeah, so we're finished with those images right there. So that's it. Get the next set of images done. So I wonder what happened. But anyway, guys, I don't want to bore you guys. Let me finish getting my print and everything together, and then we'll get back at you guys. So for the ones that like driving, you guys, appreciate you guys for watching. If you need anything custom, let me know. I'm out.